Hey eBayers, it's Suzanne, and thanks for coming back for another video. I have some great information for you about how to maximize your holiday sales. These are 16 actionable steps you can take to help you sell more. And this is not about listing more, it's not about being glued to your computer. It's about fine-tuning things you've already done that you may not know you can do to help your holiday sales.
Before I get into the meat of the video, I wanted to point out some things that have been in the news regarding online selling this year and how it's going to be different. So it's really important that even though this is kind of boring, let's pretend we're in finance class and we need to pay attention to the financial environment that we're selling in because this year is different. This is an article on CNBC from October 9th, 2020. 4 ways shopping for the holidays is going to be different this year. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I do want to point out some very important information. The key points. The holiday season is starting earlier than ever, and Americans are expected to spend record dollars online. That is huge. That is great news for us. Second, retailers are looking to coax procrastinators to shop early, hoping to avoid last-minute logistical nightmares which can drive up their costs. So that means we need to be ready earlier. Get those things listed immediately if you've got piles of items that are not listed. Things cannot sell unless they're listed. The third point, this holiday is going to be unlike any holiday season I think any of us have ever seen before. That comes from the CEO of Levi Strauss & Company. It says, the challenges brought on by the coronavirus pandemic have upended the retail industry, forcing stores and malls temporarily shut, pushing some companies into bankruptcy court, and accelerating store closures. It has instilled new behaviors in consumers who are spending more time and money online, a trend that could be permanent. Long-standing holiday shopping traditions are also being tested. Here's a key point. Shopping starts now. The consensus is shoppers won't wait for Black Friday to begin tackling their gift lists. I think retailers are pushing most of their merchandise to warehouses where it can be shipped and not putting it in the stores. So that is a huge opportunity for us. If you've got something that a physical store does not have, or it's back ordered online, and this is the power of the little eBay seller where you've got that item right there and you can ship it out today and the customer can have it in a couple of days. This is where we're going to win, is because we have this stuff right now and we can ship it fast. Another issue is going to be shipping. The article says, warning, shipping could be a nightmare. Such a big surge in online shopping is likely going to create bottlenecks in the delivery process, delaying packages from arriving on doorsteps. So we can ship quickly, but our packages are going to be in this huge backlog. So this is another issue that is pushing consumers to buy earlier before the backlog gets too terrible. So just be aware of what is going on in the financial environment that we are operating in. But we're going to focus on the positive here and things that we can do to sell more this holiday season. And this is not about buying more inventory. This is about fine-tuning what you've already done.
The first category of things you can do are for maximizing your search engine optimization. So, you want to evaluate listings for items that could be given as a gift. You already have things listed that could be purchased as a gift, but we need to optimize those listings so they can be found better on Google and on eBay. These include anything new in the package, unusual collectibles, themed items, things with logos or sports teams. What you want to do is rework the titles to include the word gift and the possible recipient. So for example, people will go on Google and search for dad gift, guy gift, golfer gift, dancer gift, teacher gift, boss gift, all that kind of stuff. Or it may have to do with a certain hobby or profession, like gardener gift, chef gift, that type of stuff. How do I know this? Because as a blogger, I used to do that to get traffic to my listings because I know what's being searched for. So you can use that technique on eBay. So you want to go through your listings. If you have a lot of listings, it might make more sense to do it by category. You don't want to add this to every single listing. That's not going to make sense. But you probably have things that could be given as a gift. So bulk edit those listings to include the word gift and who it might be for. You don't have to do, mom gift, dad gift, brother gift, sister gift. Think about it a little bit as to who this gift could be for and who might be searching for a gift for that person. So just keep it general, don't overthink it. The objective is for your item to come up in a search made by someone looking for gift ideas. Now the same holds true for the keyword stocking stuffer. So your second tip is evaluate listings for items that could be a stocking stuffer. Think about small items that could be stocking stuffers for kids, teenagers, adults, senior citizens, everybody. People make themed stockings based around a specific interest, hobby, profession, sports team, favorite food, all kinds of stuff. Now, while you may be a creative person and think, well, that's stupid. Everyone knows that people Google stocking stuffer for grandma, stocking stuffer for teenage boy. That's ridiculous. Why would I put that in my title? Not everyone is a creative thinker. And they're going to the internet and Googling this stuff because they want ideas on how to put together a great stocking for whoever it might be. So the internet is a great tool when you aren't feeling so creative. Just because you might be creative doesn't mean everybody else is. So the proof is here. If you go to Google and just put in stocking stuffers for and just stop right there, you'll see all the pre-filled suggestions that people are Googling. And I'm not really sure if these come up in order of number of times it's searched or recent searches. There's some kind of algorithm that gives you the suggested searches. You could just do stocking stuffer and stop there and see what you get. But this is the proof that people are Googling these things. So our listings on eBay show up on Google. A lot of people start there, and I can't tell you how many people I talk to that say, oh, I didn't know you could buy that on eBay. I didn't know they sold that on eBay. So they don't even think to start there, which is hard for us to understand because, we're on eBay 18 hours a day. So why, of course the world knows that. Well, no, they don't. So get out of your own head again and realize that people are out there searching for ideas, and you can match up your keywords with what people are searching for. So let me show you some examples. So like I just went out on Google and found this in like a few minutes. So we've got stocking stuffers for the baker. Okay, so if you've got any new in the package kitchen stuff, baking stuff, you may want to rework your title to include baking, chef, kitchen, gourmet cook, that type of stuff. Stocking stuffers for him, all kinds of stuff here. So, little electronics, fragrances, sports thingamajiggies, keychains, health and beauty products, music, all of that kind of stuff. And then here's another one for guys that's got more things on it, food, even Nerf gun, toys, calculators, stuff like that. So again, don't take this to the nth degree of changing every single listing, but think about what you might have that would work for that could come up in a search. Here's stocking stuffers for her. Again, health and beauty stuff, gloves, slippers, sunglasses, scarves, funny coffee mugs, things like that. And then we've got stocking stuffers by price, just showing you what's out there on the internet. I wouldn't use this method for eBay because people aren't probably going to search for that dollar number, but I'm just showing you there's all kinds of lists out there based on what's in the stocking, the price point of the items, the theme, all of that. So, this was a blog post about best Christmas stocking stuffers for gardeners. Okay, so if you've got any gardening stuff, outdoorsy things like that, we've got stocking stuffers for teen girls. So you can see it just goes on and on and on. But the point is, bloggers and content creators, whether it's writing articles, making YouTube videos, whatever content you're creating, make these lists because people are searching for them. It wouldn't be on the internet in such great quantity if people were not searching for these things. So we can just use that principle to write our titles. As a blogger and a content creator, we have tools to show us what is being searched for. And I've been blogging since 2007 and making YouTube videos. I've learned what all these tools are and how to craft my titles and my keywords for my content so it gets found, and I just take that knowledge to eBay and use it where I can. So, bottom line is to reevaluate your listings now and edit any titles that can be reworded with the word stocking stuffer, and you may get some hits. Remember, stocking stuffer is a lot of space. That's going to take up a lot of room in your title. So you want to make sure it makes sense to put it there. Gift is, as a keyword, is much shorter. So, think through those two strategies for recrafting that title to get more hits for the holiday season. Then after the holidays are over, you can go back, do a keyword search on your active listings for gift or stocking stuffer. You may just want to leave gift there because people give gifts all year. But you can pull up the listings that have stocking stuffer in the title and then just take it out and rework that back to the way it was. So it's easy enough to remove, but as a seasonal strategy, it's worth doing. So give that a try. All right, this one you've heard. Make sure best offer is on everything. It should be anyway, but if it's not, do a bulk edit and add it. This is the time of year people may buy multiple items from you to save on shipping, and they may make offers on more than one item. So you just want to have your inventory wide open for anybody to buy anything as much as they want and save on shipping. That's really important if you're not already doing that. Then we've got international shipping. Make sure that is on everything that makes sense. If you're selling chandeliers and lamps and really fragile, breakable, big stuff, it's not going to make sense to put international shipping on those items. But just think through what it makes sense for. These holidays are celebrated all over the world. And you've got Americans living overseas. You've got international buyers who just want to buy this stuff. You've got military. You should also be shipping APO, FPO, PO Box, and Hawaii and Alaska. There's no reason not to ship everywhere. And so if you're not doing it, get that changed. It's nothing. It's just people in other countries who want to buy stuff. So you need to sell it to them. And the world celebrates many different gift-giving holidays in December. So again, you want your inventory wide open to go anywhere it can. And all of this worry and hype and stress about international shipping and the money people have lost, it's just hype. It's just ways for people to get views on their videos. That's not how it is. All right, promoted listings. Should you use them or not? There's a lot of information about whether promoted listings work or not. The only way to see if it works for you is to try it. Experiment. See what you get. Try one campaign at a time so you can accurately test the results. You don't want to just willy-nilly throw out, okay, I'm going to do, 5% promoted on my women's clothing. I'm going to do 8% on household. I'm going to do 6% on toys, because you're not going to be able to gauge the results if you have too many different things going on at a time. So I would try one campaign across all of your listings so you can test the results and see what you get. That's really the only answer for this, because one person's definition of promoted listings works for me is different than another person's, because it's all about your budget, how much do you want to spend, all of that. So, just try it for yourself and see. Okay, the next thing you want to do is maximize your inventory. What do I mean by that? Focus on what is going to sell and not be returned. Do not buy into the hot Christmas toy hype. Okay, this happens every year. No one can predict what the hot toy is. And if they do, it's going to be out on social media and on the internet and on the news. And you're going to have thousands of other sellers out there getting these toys to compete against. So in the early days, this was easy. It was, Tickle Me Elmo and Juju Pets and La La Loopsy Dolls and Doc McStuffins and all these things that every year there was like a different toy. Guitar Hero was one year. But as soon as the word gets out that this could be the hot toy, everybody's running out to get it. So you may spend a whole bunch of money on the hot toy and be stuck with it and not be able to sell it. And the stores are cracking down on what you can return. They're cracking down on how many you can buy. So if you figure out whatever the hot toy is supposed to be and you go to Walmart and you get 20 of them, they may not let you buy 20 of them. They may only let you buy 5 anyway. And then they're cracking down on the returns. They may not let you return that quantity, or the return period may be very short, the return window. So that safety net of, oh, I can just return it if it doesn't sell, it's not working anymore. Retailers are figuring this out, and so just don't do this. Or when production catches up with demand, eBay buyers will return the toy they bought from you and go buy it locally. This happens every January, which is why seasoned online sellers call January Returnuary. And it's especially true on Amazon. So what's the scenario? Mom wants to buy the hot toy for the child to have to open on Christmas morning, and Christmas is going to be perfect and they're going to have this thing they've wanted. She pays whatever it takes to get that toy, 3 times retail, whatever it is, so that child can have that toy on Christmas morning. Then at the end of December, early January, supply catches up with demand, the toy is everywhere, and mom's like, well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to Walmart and buy a duplicate of this toy. And it's going to be exactly like the one I bought from the eBay seller. And I'm going to return it because I'm within the 30-day return window.
And they may do an INAD, item not as described, because buyers have now figured out they can get free return shipping if they choose that option. That is another topic for another video, but just keep in mind, when you buy these hot toys, they may come right back to you in January.
They're going to do whatever it takes to get their $100 back that they paid for this $30 toy. I've seen this happen many times. January is, you go backwards if you are in the toy business. I'm just telling you that's the way it is because it happened to me, and this is why I don't sell on Amazon anymore, is because of this kind of stuff that goes on. This is why I stick with vintage, used, unusual collectibles. I want to sell stuff that people keep. So that's what you've got to think about, is sell things that people want to keep that aren't easily returned and switched out and all of that kind of stuff. So just don't do that hot toy thing. Those days are over. It doesn't work anymore. Too many people are onto it, and it's just going to waste your time and probably waste your money. Okay, used items will still sell. People buy used items all year long. Things don't have to be new to sell around holiday time. Collectibles, vintage items, hard to find items, handmade items, all of those will still sell. So if you have death piles of stuff that's not listed and you think, well, it doesn't matter, it's used, no one's going to buy it anyway. No, get it listed. It does not matter if it's used. And I'll give you the perfect example. One year for Christmas, I gave my brother a little collection of funny toys that we had growing up. It was a Evel Knievel wind-up motorcycle thing, the Fisher Price Airport, a Lee Majors $6 Million Man lunchbox. All of them were used. I mean, the lunchbox even had rust on it. And he loved those things. That was the funnest Christmas. He thought that was great. They were all used. The lunchbox was as old as he was, 40 something. So people will still give that stuff as gifts. There's a preconception in the United States that things have to be brand new to be a gift, and that's not true. Handmade items will sell. If you haven't checked out the needlework course, watch that and see what people are selling and buying and the prices. So don't get caught in the people won't buy it unless it's brand new. Just don't get caught up in that. Okay, and on that note, seasonal items of any kind will sell. People buy any kind of seasonal item all year long. So if you have some beautiful Easter salt and pepper shakers, list them. If you've got Halloween costumes left over, list them. Collectors buy things all year. Families and friends of collectors will buy things to give them as gifts if it's something that person's looking for. Or they may just buy it for themselves and they don't care that it's December. Halloween costumes are great. Kids play dress up all the time. So get out of your own head. If you've got seasonal stuff that you're not listing because you think it's not the right season, specifically holiday themed items, any holiday, St. Patrick's Day, patriotic, 4th of July stuff, whatever it is, get it listed and you'll be shocked to see that people will still buy it. It doesn't matter that it's November and December. Some people just want certain things and they're going to buy them no matter what the month is. So get those things listed. Also, don't forget New Year's apparel. Your tip number 9 is think through what you've got that could be used for New Year's.
Especially for New Year's 2020, because people are going to be so glad to see this year go and for 2021 to arrive so we can all start over with a clean slate and get back to our normal lives. So I think New Year's Eve this year is going to be a very big deal.
New Year's parties and events mean sequins, black and gold apparel, formal and sparkly clothing. Review your apparel listings for garments that could be worn to New Year's parties and add that to the title. So if you've got pretty black strapless dresses or things with sequins on them, or for guys, dressier items, funky looking sweaters that are gold and black, stuff like that. Go through and look at your items and rework those titles just like we talked about for gifts and stocking stuffers, because again, people are going to Google New Year's Eve dress, New Year's gold sweater, whatever it is. And I've seen this happen year after year where your gold, silver, sequiny, sparkly stuff, it sells really well in December, not just for New Year's, but for other holiday parties. So go back and review those listings. Now, this is kind of the opposite, but list swimwear if you have it in your death piles, if you don't have it listed. This sounds counterintuitive, but January is a huge month for swimwear sales. People buy it all year long anyway. Cruises are popular as family gifts. So you may have people that are getting ready to go on these trips in January and they need bathing suits. January is also the month for committing to an exercise plan, many of which include a water sport like water aerobics, water yoga. They have all kind of water classes now. So especially those geared towards senior citizens and any kind of therapy. You've got a bad back, or you've got a bad hip, or you're recovering from knee replacement surgery. A lot of these surgeries that seniors and older people are getting because their joints are worn out, hips, knees, whatever it is, part of their therapy is a water therapy, water aerobics class, something like that. So they need bathing suits, and this goes for men's and women's swimwear. And if you think about it, swimwear is not really available in most areas of the United States to purchase in January. Like if you live in Minnesota, where do you go to get a bathing suit in January to wear to your water aerobics class? Okay, if you're in Florida or California or Texas along the coast, yeah, you're going to have those beach shops where you can buy stuff.
Now that we are still living in the times of COVID, a lot of stores are not allowing you to try things on anyway. So that is pushing more and more consumers to buy online. And I sell swimwear all year long, especially this year in 2020. I have sold more than ever.
But think globally. Think about, yeah, I guess people do start exercise programs in January and they need the right stuff to wear. So You may not think a bathing suit's going to sell in January, but I'm here to prove you wrong and to tell you, get them listed. You'll be surprised. Okay, the next thing you want to do is maximize your shipping. By that, I mean get ready. Order your extra supplies now. Remember that padded flat rate envelopes are only available by ordering online. You cannot get them in the post office. So if you use a lot of these, you want to stock up now. Make sure you have plenty, because what's happened in previous years is you go back into order around December 15th and they're on back order. There aren't any, or it's going to take too long to get to you and then you don't have them. So make sure that your supplies are stocked up now. Just go to USPS.com and order them online. Get that done before it's too late. Now, only offer express shipping if you can commit to it. What do I mean by that? If you want to put overnight or express as an option on your listings, that could be a way to make some more money, because you're going to get those last minute sales, but only if you can commit to it, because you've got to get that to the post office the same day. And if you have stuff selling every day that's got to be overnighted, that can get kind of inconvenient if you're working another job, or you've got kids that are doing a zillion activities around the holidays, or you're a caregiver, or you yourself are disabled and it's hard to get out, because you may get a sale on something after your mail has been picked up, and there's that sense of urgency. You want to get that express package in the mail as soon as possible. Or you may not be shipping every day, and that's totally understandable. You have a life, you have other things to do, and just because it's the holiday season and you're an eBay seller doesn't mean you can accommodate every single thing that comes up. So just make sure you can commit to it, because you don't want to get a negative feedback or have any problems on your DSR ratings for slow shipping. This is not a must-do thing. I don't do it, just because I live by that whole thing of your failure to plan does not create an emergency for me. So I have enough going on the holidays, and I don't need to be running to the post office all the time taking these express orders on the 2 weeks before Christmas. I've got stuff I need to do. So just think about if you want to commit to that. And to be honest, I've done it in past years and just didn't see that much of a difference. I didn't see that my sales increased so much by having express on there. So that's just something you might want to try for yourself. Okay, number 13, use USPS carrier pickup if you are not. Obviously, not everyone can do this because you don't want to leave your packages at home unattended. If you work full time and you have to leave, you're not going to leave your packages out there. But if you aren't doing the carrier pickup, you should be. If you're home and your packages aren't going to be left unsupervised, it's free. You can have as many items picked up as you want. This is a huge time saver. If you want to know more about that, you can go to the USPS site and schedule your pickup. All you have to do is enter the number of packages you have by 2 a.m. for the next day, or you can have a standing pickup. So you can put in kind of like what your average is, 3 first class packages, 3 priority mail, 1 international, just give them a general idea. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you'll get more orders sometimes after you've put your pickup in. But the objective here is so they know how much space your stuff's going to take on the truck when they pick up your mail. This is all about time and using the services available to you. Which brings us to our next section, maximize time. Okay, gift wrapping is not usually a profitable add-on. I've tried this too. And you have to include the cost of the wrapping as well as your time to wrap stuff. So it may not be worth it to you to do it. Also, this is a very busy time of year, not just for your business, but for everything else. You're getting ready for company. Your kids are doing a million things. You have to get the holiday ready for your family. You're doing extra cooking, or you're traveling. There's so much going on that you may just not want one more thing to do. Also, if you gift wrap, you've got to double box, which means you wrap up the gift real pretty and then you put it in another box when you have to ship it. And that extra box is going to add weight, which makes the shipping more expensive for the buyer. And really, my feeling is if people are buying stuff online to give as gifts, they're going to want to see it before they give it to somebody as a gift. They're going to want to make sure that it's what they ordered, it's the right color, it's not smashed or broken or damaged or stained or whatever it is. So I just didn't have much success with this. It didn't take off, and I think that's the main reason why, is because when people order online, they want to see what they're getting before they wrap it up and give it to someone else. Okay, this is an important one. You are allowed to say no. Remember that. You may get requests for all kinds of things in the 11th hour before Christmas, again, because someone else's failure to plan does not create an emergency for you. Can you overnight this? Can you send this to a different address? Do you have another one of these? All these different things. Can you do this? Can you do that? You will get these requests, and you don't have to accommodate these people. You're allowed to say no. People have known all year long that Christmas is December 25th. Just because they wait till the 22nd to go online and buy a gift is not your fault. It was their choice to wait until the last minute. You don't have to, do backflips for them unless you just want to get a big sale, but you're allowed to say no. The person making this request won't be your last buyer. If you lose a sale, it's no big deal. It's just money. There's more coming. You don't have to say yes to everything. Just politely decline, and you don't have to give a reason for saying no. No is a complete sentence. Your response can be something like, "Thank you for your interest, but we cannot accommodate your request for whatever it is. Thanks for looking at our item. Happy holidays." And just say you can't do it. And they'll move on and find somebody else if they really want to. Don't stress out. Don't feel like, you're doing a million things already and now this person wants some package overnighted to their uncle in Colorado or something. And you don't have to do that. It's your business. You do what works for you. And if a request from a buyer is going to cause too much stress and anxiety, you don't have to do it. So just put that in your head. Suzanne says you can say no. You have the choice. It's your business. Okay, and the last one, number 16, selling isn't over just because Christmas is over. Some people feel a huge letdown at the end of fourth quarter because the excitement has passed. Don't fall into that mindset. Remember that donations are up to thrift stores at the end of the year because people are wanting to get those year-end tax receipts for charitable donations. And January is the best month for sourcing because, okay, the holidays are over. It's a new year. People have cleaned out. They've got new stuff for, Christmas and Hanukkah, and they're giving away the old stuff. And thrift stores are packed full of things. Lots of opportunities in January. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, Christmas is over. That's the end. My business is dead. I'm not going to get any more sales. And you'll be shocked because 2 weeks after Christmas, people are spending those gift cards. They may have gotten Visa gift cards or eBay gift cards or whatever it is, and they're going online to spend them, or cash. You'll get a little influx of sales there after Christmas from the people who have gift cards or got money for Christmas and want to just go buy what they want. So I hope these 16 actionable steps have been helpful to you. If you haven't thought about these things or done them, do it today. As soon as you're done watching this video, do any of these things that you can do, and let's see if we can get you some more sales for Christmas. Because
2020 is my 18th year selling on eBay. This is my 18th fourth quarter, and so I put this list together based on my extensive experience on eBay as a reseller, hoping this will help you have a more successful fourth quarter because you can learn from my trial and error and successes and failures so you can not do those things. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I would love your comments below, and let's all get busy so we can have an amazing and successful fourth quarter. Thanks for watching and have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.